The transfer of administrative authority occurred at 0947 on Tertius 15th, marked not by bombardment or invasion, but by the replacement of rubber stamps in Subsector Administrative Office C14. Marta Kellison, 11-year veteran of imperial requisition processing, received her new stamp pad without ceremony. The burgundy ink that had sealed 10,000 water permits gave way to something darker, more viscous. The imperial aquila yielded to a sigil that seemed to shift when observed peripherally, a bureaucratic evolution that would define the occupation's methodology. Water continued flowing through municipal systems. Ration queues formed at their designated locations. Citizens reported for work assignments and submitted housing requests through familiar channels. The infrastructure of daily survival remained intact, enhanced by a single modification: expanded documentation requirements. What had been simple resource allocation now demanded comprehensive citizen assessment through additional form categories that appeared seamlessly integrated into existing paperwork. Marta processed her first modified requisition at 11:30. Citizen Henrik Voss requested standard ration allocation for 4 family members, a routine transaction complicated by new assessment fields. Psychic emanation potential required scoring from negligible to significant based on criteria including headache frequency, sensitivity to environmental changes, and family history of unusual perceptual experiences. Doctrinal adaptability score measured citizen responses to policy contradictions, authority conflicts, and procedural modifications on a 10-point scale. Spiritual flexibility assessment evaluated willingness to accept revised information, participate in community activities, and prioritize collective over individual concerns. The assessment categories lacked detailed scoring guidelines, yet Marta found herself marking appropriate responses based on citizen demeanor and interview responses. Voss received minimal psychic emanation rating, moderate doctrinal adaptability, and standard spiritual flexibility scores. These numbers fed into a new calculation called the Compliance Index, a composite metric appearing automatically in citizen files with values ranging from 2.1 to 9.4. The index determined service priority, resource allocation efficiency, and qualification for enhanced civic programs. Each completed form required sealing with a new sigilled stamp. The design resembled the imperial aquila, but wrong. Wings curved differently, proportions subtly altered, the whole symbol appearing to writhe when not directly observed. Marta attributed the movement to ink viscosity or optical fatigue, focusing instead on processing efficiency. Her daily quota increased from 37 to 45 requisitions due to streamlined approval procedures that somehow accompanied the expanded documentation requirements. Interdepartmental communications introduced additional administrative modifications. Ninth-day assessments would commence the following week, requiring all citizens to present for comprehensive evaluation every 9 days rather than annual imperial census procedures. The assessments promised optimized resource allocation based on individual capability metrics and enhanced service delivery through systematic citizen profiling. Failure to attend would result in processing delays, inconvenience rather than punishment, maintaining the facade of voluntary participation. The new administration demonstrated remarkable continuity competence. Essential services improved while expanding data collection capabilities. Medical supplies arrived faster, housing assignments processed more efficiently, and food distribution operated with reduced waste. Citizens experienced tangible benefits while providing detailed personal information through routine bureaucratic interactions. The system inherited imperial infrastructure and optimized it for purposes not yet fully apparent. Marta's afternoon batch included 43 additional requisitions, each requiring the same expanded assessments. psychic emanation potential measurements accumulated data on citizen sensory capabilities, doctrinal adaptability scores tracked psychological flexibility and authority acceptance, spiritual flexibility assessments mapped willingness to modify beliefs and behaviors. The Compliance Index synthesized these measurements into actionable intelligence for administrative optimization. Office operations concluded at 18, with perfect schedule adherence. Citizens departed through familiar routes, carrying appointment notices for upcoming 9th-day assessments and informational materials about enhanced civic participation opportunities. The transition was complete, not through destruction of existing systems, but through their seamless inheritance and improvement. Imperial bureaucracy had been preserved, refined, and repurposed as an instrument for systematic civilian measurement and optimization. The Aquila still crowned municipal buildings, bearing that same subtle wrongness that suggested movement without showing it. Authority symbols remained unchanged, yet fundamentally altered. The occupation succeeded through administrative competence rather than force, processing the same citizens through familiar procedures while quietly measuring capabilities that had never been quantified before. The machinery of governance continued operating with enhanced efficiency, harvesting data through voluntary compliance with improved services. The administrative modifications processed through Marta's office materialized as operational improvements across municipal services within 72 hours. Dr. Yanakoris arrived at Municipal Medici Facility 7 on the 4th day after transition to discover her chronic supply shortages had been resolved completely. Pharmaceutical stocks sat properly organized, surgical materials arrived sterile and functional, and diagnostic equipment operated with reliability that had been impossible under imperial resource allocation. The medical infrastructure had been inherited intact and systematically optimized overnight. Patient care protocols underwent comprehensive enhancement through methodical procedural modifications. Treatment schedules operated with precise timing, eliminating the endemic delays that had characterized imperial medical services for decades. Diagnostic machinery functioned consistently, maintained by technicians demonstrating competence that exceeded previous standards. Most significantly, treatments achieved effectiveness rates that surpassed Dr. Yana's training parameters. Infections cleared faster, surgical wounds healed with minimal complications, and chronic conditions showed improvement that had seemed theoretically impossible under imperial medical limitations. These dramatic enhancements accompanied expanded patient documentation requirements that transformed routine medical consultations into comprehensive assessment sessions. Each patient interaction now included detailed psychological profiling alongside traditional medical examination. Citizens completed extensive questionnaires covering sleep pattern analysis, dream content documentation, family relationship dynamics, and spiritual inclination measurements. The forms required detailed information about emotional responses to authority figures, community participation preferences, and adaptability to procedural modifications. Patients provided this personal data willingly in exchange for demonstrably superior medical care. Dr. Yana found herself administering pharmaceutical compounds that exceeded her imperial training effectiveness parameters. New therapeutic agents delivered precisely targeted results with minimal adverse reactions. Pain management achieved complete symptom control without the cognitive impairment associated with imperial narcotics. Surgical procedures succeeded at rates approaching theoretical maximums through enhanced techniques and superior materials. The medical improvements were undeniable, yet each successful treatment generated additional data collection requirements for comprehensive patient optimization profiles. The Civic Harmony Index emerged as the central metric governing service access quality and priority scheduling. This scoring system synthesized medical data, psychological assessments, compliance measurements, and behavioral observations into comprehensive citizen ratings ranging from 1.0 to 10.0. Higher scores correlated directly to enhanced service priority, expanded treatment options, and qualification for advanced wellness programs. Citizens scoring above 7.5 received priority appointment scheduling, premium pharmaceutical access, and invitations to specialized health optimization consultations that promised even greater therapeutic benefits. Patient interactions revealed the systematic methodology underlying the new administration's data collection apparatus. Elderly citizens underwent cognitive assessment batteries measuring memory retention, problem-solving capabilities, and social integration patterns. Working-age adults completed vocational aptitude evaluations alongside medical examinations, generating profiles correlating physical capabilities with psychological adaptability measurements. Children received developmental assessments tracking learning capacity, social cooperation tendencies, and authority acceptance patterns across multiple evaluation sessions that parents welcomed as comprehensive care. The psychological profiling component proved most comprehensive in scope and sophistication. Patients discussed family behavioral dynamics during routine consultations, providing detailed information about household conflict resolution methods, decision-making hierarchies, and interpersonal relationship patterns. Dream logs became standard medical documentation, with citizens recording sleep experiences for analysis by specialists who identified patterns indicating psychological flexibility and spiritual receptivity. These assessments fed directly into civic harmony index calculations through automated processing systems that operated with disturbing efficiency. Service delivery coordination suggested extensive preparation rather than improvised administration responding to immediate needs. Medical supplies arrived through distribution networks demonstrating sophisticated logistics planning and resource management. Personnel assignments optimized facility operations with precision indicating comprehensive system analysis and strategic implementation. Treatment protocols incorporated methodologies exceeding imperial medical doctrine through systematic enhancement rather than revolutionary replacement. The occupation had inherited existing healthcare infrastructure and improved it through careful optimization that served purposes beyond immediate medical care. Citizens responded positively to enhanced services, viewing expanded documentation as reasonable exchange for superior treatment outcomes. Families reported better health results, reduced waiting times, and access to therapeutic options previously unavailable through imperial medical systems. Psychological profiling sessions often provided therapeutic benefits themselves, with patients appreciating opportunities to discuss personal concerns with qualified professionals who demonstrated genuine interest in comprehensive wellness rather than symptom management alone. Administrative efficiency extended systematically beyond healthcare into housing allocation, food distribution networks, and civic service delivery. Citizens experienced tangible quality improvements while providing detailed personal information through routine interactions with optimized bureaucratic systems. The new administration had not replaced imperial governance structures, but refined them through systematic enhancement, creating mechanisms that delivered superior services while comprehensively cataloging citizen capabilities for optimization purposes that remained undefined yet demonstrated clear, systematic intent. This methodology suggested extensive experience with administrative transition and civilian population management rather than experimental governance approaches. The occupation succeeded through demonstrated competence rather than coercive force, measuring citizen potential systematically while delivering genuine improvements that validated voluntary cooperation with expanded documentation requirements. Optimization through measurement had become the fundamental operational principle governing all civic interactions, creating feedback loops that encouraged citizen participation while systematically expanding administrative knowledge of individual capabilities and psychological inclinations for purposes that transcended immediate service delivery. The systematic improvements transforming medical services extended seamlessly into nutrition distribution, where the new administration demonstrated the same precision optimization that characterized their healthcare enhancements. Citizens discovered their food allocation system completely restructured within the same week. Dr. Yana noted her pharmaceutical improvements, suggesting coordinated infrastructure enhancement across all essential services. The chronic scarcity management that had defined imperial ration distribution yielded to mathematical precision in caloric delivery, transforming sustenance from survival lottery into calculated resource calibration. Every registered household now received guaranteed daily nutrition through standardized paste distributed in sealed containers that required family biometric confirmation to open. The paste appeared as uniform grey blocks with neutral mineral taste that dissolved into satisfying broth when heated. Unlike the inconsistent imperial rations plagued by contamination and nutritional deficiencies, this standardized allocation provided complete dietary requirements calculated from individual medical assessment data collected through expanded healthcare documentation. Citizens reported immediate health improvements, including increased energy levels, improved digestion, and resolution of chronic nutritional deficiencies that had persisted throughout imperial occupation. Basic survival was guaranteed through this precise allocation system, yet palatability, variety, and comfort required active participation in community wellness programs. The nutritional paste maintained optimal health with remarkable efficiency, but its uniform blandness created powerful incentives for earning access to enhanced dietary options through civic engagement. Citizens quickly learned that flavor supplements, fresh vegetables, processed proteins, and luxury items that transformed subsistence into genuine meals required contribution. Tokens earned through voluntary community participation. The Valdez family exemplified successful navigation of this precision incentive system during their first month under the new administration. Marcus Valdez earned 12 tokens weekly through volunteer maintenance work at municipal facilities, while his wife Elena generated 8 tokens by attending community wellness sessions and completing detailed family behavioral assessment surveys. Their teenage daughter, Sophia, contributed 6 tokens through participation in youth development programs that combined educational activities with psychological profiling sessions designed to measure adaptability and cooperation tendencies. Together, the family accumulated sufficient tokens to purchase meat supplements, fruit portions, and seasoning packets that elevated their nutritional paste into satisfying meals exceeding their previous imperial ration quality. The token economy operated with sophisticated precision that encouraged voluntary participation while systematically measuring citizen engagement levels and psychological flexibility. Community wellness meetings required participants to discuss family concerns, neighborhood observations, and personal adaptation strategies that provided comprehensive intelligence on citizen psychological states and social dynamics for administrative optimization purposes. The contribution token system functioned as behavioral modification mechanism disguised as fair exchange program. Tokens were earned through specific activities that generated valuable data while improving community infrastructure. Volunteer work assignments placed citizens in positions where their capabilities could be observed and measured under controlled conditions. Psychological assessment completion generated the highest token rewards, encouraging citizens to undergo comprehensive profiling sessions that mapped individual personality characteristics, stress responses, and behavioral modification potential while they willingly participated to earn access to enhanced dietary options. Citizens frequently discussed the mysterious effectiveness of their basic nutritional paste, which delivered health improvements that exceeded imperial medical doctrine parameters. Despite unappetizing appearance, the paste provided immediate and sustained positive impact on physical well-being through perfectly balanced, highly bioavailable nutrient blends. Energy levels increased consistently, common ailments disappeared completely, and chronic conditions showed improvement, suggesting the paste contained therapeutic compounds beyond standard nutritional requirements. The exact composition remained classified as proprietary formulation, yet visible public health improvements validated its systematic enhancement of citizen physical capabilities through carefully engineered dietary supplementation. Higher-scoring families began receiving special dietary supplements distributed through enhanced wellness programs requiring Civic Harmony Index ratings above 7.5 for qualification. These supplements arrived as weekly packages containing concentrated nutritional compounds, therapeutic additives, and specialized formulations promising additional health benefits beyond standard ration enhancement. The supplements appeared as brightly colored lozenges or pearl-like liquids that dissolved on the tongue, leaving warmth spreading across the chest and settling the breath. Families receiving these supplements reported increased mental clarity, improved emotional stability, and enhanced physical coordination that exceeded normal nutritional improvement parameters. More significantly, they began exhibiting synchronized behavioral changes suggesting systematic psychological modification through dietary enhancement. The Valdez family noticed increased household harmony after 3 weeks of supplement consumption, with family members anticipating each other's needs more accurately and reaching consensus more easily during discussions. Similar patterns emerged across supplement-receiving families, creating neighborhood dynamics characterized by increased social cooperation and reduced individual resistance to administrative modifications. The nutritional distribution system demonstrated the same methodical optimization characterizing all new administrative services, meeting basic needs with precision, exceeding imperial standards, while creating powerful incentives for voluntary participation in comprehensive assessment programs that would soon extend beyond mere civic engagement into systematic community integration. These systematic improvements in nutritional distribution created immediate eligibility pathways for enhanced residential services, transforming housing allocation from basic shelter provision into sophisticated demographic engineering. The Valdez family received their housing upgrade notification within 48 hours of Sophia's adaptive potential assessment scores, reaching 8.7, qualifying them for premium residential placement through the newly implemented Social Harmony Index calculations. Their relocation represented comprehensive optimization of neighborhood composition designed to maximize psychological compatibility while creating controlled environments for systematic citizen monitoring and behavioral modification. Housing assignments now operated through mathematical precision rather than waiting lists or bureaucratic favoritism. Social harmony metrics synthesized family psychological profiles, individual civic harmony index ratings, and behavioral compatibility assessments to predict optimal residential groupings. The new administration calculated demographic balancing that minimized interpersonal conflict while maximizing community cooperation through careful placement of complementary personality types. The Valdez family found themselves neighbors to households selected for their demonstrated compliance patterns and educational advancement under enhanced systems, creating residential clusters optimized for mutual reinforcement of positive behavioral adaptations. Their premium housing unit exceeded imperial residential standards through comprehensive infrastructure improvements, serving dual purposes as comfort enhancement and systematic monitoring apparatus. Environmental control systems automatically adjusted temperature, humidity, lighting, and air circulation based on continuous biometric feedback from family members, maintaining optimal living conditions while tracking physiological responses to environmental variables. The systems demonstrated genuine learning capabilities, creating personalized comfort profiles through behavioral observation that showed authentic administrative concern for citizen well-being while generating detailed data about stress responses, sleep patterns, and emotional state fluctuations throughout daily activities. Sophia immediately appreciated the enhanced communication systems installed throughout their residence, which responded to voice commands with remarkable accuracy while providing information services that anticipated family needs before they were consciously expressed. The interfaces offered entertainment options, educational resources, and community updates tailored to individual psychological profiles and interests. More significantly, the communication systems facilitated seamless interaction with administrative services, allowing family members to complete assessment surveys, schedule appointments, and participate in community programs through convenient home-based terminals that recorded all interactions for comprehensive optimization analysis. The wellness monitoring infrastructure operated continuously through sensors embedded in walls, floors, and fixtures that tracked family health metrics without requiring conscious participation or awareness. Sleep pattern analysis monitored rest quality, duration, and unconscious behavioral indicators through subtle biometric measurement that generated comprehensive data about individual psychological states and stress responses. Environmental sensors measured voice patterns, movement rhythms, and physiological indicators throughout daily activities, creating detailed profiles of emotional fluctuations, interpersonal dynamics, and behavioral changes that fed directly into administrative optimization calculations. Marcus discovered the monitoring precision during his first week when he received a wellness consultation appointment automatically scheduled based on elevated stress indicators detected through environmental analysis. The consultation addressed his adjustment difficulties through targeted therapeutic intervention that demonstrated genuine administrative concern while validating the effectiveness of comprehensive monitoring in identifying individual support needs before they developed into serious problems requiring more intensive administrative attention. The physical construction incorporated materials and design elements that transcended standard imperial architecture through innovations serving both comfort and functional purposes. Walls exhibited consistent warmth that maintained optimal temperature regardless of external conditions, creating living environments that felt organic rather than manufactured. The surfaces possessed subtle texture variations that responded to touch with gentle warmth spreading across contact points, suggesting advanced material engineering that enhanced resident comfort while serving purposes not immediately apparent to casual observation. Elena noticed the walls occasionally exhibited subtle pulsing rhythms, most noticeable during quiet evening hours when the family gathered for meals or relaxation activities. The pulsing synchronized with household activities, becoming more pronounced during family discussions and settling into steady rhythms during sleep periods. The phenomenon appeared connected to environmental control systems, yet possessed organic qualities, suggesting integration of biological components into residential infrastructure that transcended standard technological implementation. Underground construction projects expanded systematically throughout residential districts, with excavation work proceeding continuously beneath occupied housing areas. Citizens reported constant low-level vibrations and occasional sounds of heavy machinery operating far below ground level, yet construction caused no disruption to daily residential services. Administrative notices described projects as infrastructure enhancement and utility expansion necessary for supporting enhanced residential systems. Yet excavation scale suggested construction of facilities far more extensive than standard utility networks. Construction proceeded with remarkable efficiency using specialized equipment and expertise exceeding standard municipal capabilities. Citizens observing excavation sites noted removal of unusual quantities of earth and rock, implying construction of substantial underground facilities extending beyond individual residential areas. Projects appeared coordinated across multiple districts simultaneously, creating underground networks whose purpose remained classified, yet whose scale indicated systematic preparation for community functions transcending normal residential infrastructure requirements. Premium housing residents reported enhanced family relationships and improved community integration, exceeding normal adjustment patterns for residential relocation. The Valdez family experienced increased household harmony, with members demonstrating greater empathy and cooperation in daily interactions. Similar improvements appeared across premium housing communities, creating neighborhoods characterized by reduced conflict, increased mutual support, and enhanced collective decision-making capabilities, suggesting systematic psychological modification through residential environmental factors that operated below conscious awareness while delivering genuine quality-of-life improvements. The residential optimization that transformed the Valdez family's living environment extended seamlessly into educational infrastructure through the same methodical enhancement characterizing all administrative services. Sophia discovered her learning experience fundamentally altered when classes resumed after the brief reorganization period, with educational institutions demonstrating the identical pattern of inherited systems improved through precision optimization. Municipal Education Facility 12 had been transformed overnight into a comprehensive development center that delivered superior academic outcomes while serving assessment purposes that transcended traditional pedagogical objectives. Instructor Corinne Thale arrived at her classroom to discover learning technologies that exceeded imperial educational standards through sophisticated instrumentation and adaptive curriculum delivery systems. Interactive displays responded to student attention patterns, adjusting presentation pace and complexity based on comprehension indicators measured through continuous biometric feedback. Environmental control systems maintained optimal learning conditions by monitoring classroom temperature, humidity, and air composition while tracking student physiological responses to identify stress indicators, fatigue patterns, and engagement levels that generated detailed profiles of individual learning capabilities and psychological responsiveness. The enhanced curriculum maintained traditional academic subjects while incorporating practical applications that serve dual educational and intelligence-gathering purposes. Mathematics instruction utilized real community data for problem-solving exercises that taught calculation skills while generating comprehensive analysis of family resource allocation patterns, household decision-making processes, and neighborhood relationship dynamics. Students solved equations using actual civic distribution data, learning mathematical concepts while unwittingly providing detailed intelligence about community social structures and economic behaviors that fed directly into administrative optimization calculations. Sophia excelled at these practical mathematics applications, demonstrating analytical capabilities that qualified her for recognition through the newly implemented Accelerated Development Program. Her problem-solving exercises revealed sophisticated understanding of resource distribution patterns and social interaction dynamics that exceeded normal adolescent cognitive development parameters. These capabilities earned advancement opportunities through specialized instruction designed for students, demonstrating exceptional adaptive potential and learning acceleration beyond standard curriculum requirements. Literacy instruction incorporated community integration exercises that developed reading comprehension through analysis of administrative documents, civic announcements, and community wellness materials. Students practiced writing skills by composing family behavioral reports, neighborhood observation summaries, and personal development assessments that improved academic capabilities while systematically documenting student perspectives on household dynamics and individual adaptation to administrative modifications. These exercises taught contextual interpretation and adaptive communication while training students to internalize and disseminate administrative directives with precision. The curriculum incorporated entirely new coursework designed to optimize student psychological and social capabilities beyond traditional academic subjects. Emotional intelligence instruction taught sophisticated psychological analysis and interpersonal relationship management through practical exercises involving family dynamics assessment and community interaction optimization. Students learned to identify emotional patterns, predict behavioral responses, and modify interpersonal approaches to achieve desired outcomes through systematic analysis of human psychological mechanisms that enhanced social capabilities while training observation and reporting skills. Community integration coursework replaced Imperial Civics with practical modules on collaborative problem-solving, conflict resolution through consensus, and collective action mechanics. Students participated in simulated civic planning exercises, designing optimal neighborhood layouts, and proposing efficient resource management systems that cultivated collective responsibility while eroding individualistic tendencies in favor of group cohesion. Adaptive thinking instruction challenged students to embrace procedural modifications, accept contradictory information, and maintain psychological flexibility when confronting changing circumstances or conflicting authority directives. Corin observed remarkable improvements in student engagement and learning retention that exceeded her Imperial teaching experience parameters. Students demonstrated genuine enthusiasm for coursework that had previously generated resistance or indifference under standard educational methods. Attention spans increased dramatically, comprehension accelerated beyond normal developmental expectations, and collaborative learning flourished through enhanced social cooperation that created classroom environments characterized by mutual support rather than competitive individual performance. The enthusiasm appeared genuine rather than compliance-based, suggesting systematic factors beyond normal pedagogical improvement. The educational enhancements correlated directly with nutritional improvements and residential optimization through systematic integration of environmental factors supporting cognitive development. Students receiving enhanced dietary supplements demonstrated particularly accelerated learning capabilities, while those living in premium residential facilities showed increased collaborative abilities and reduced psychological resistance to challenging coursework. Educational success connected to participation in comprehensive wellness programs, creating feedback loops that encouraged family engagement with administrative systems while delivering genuine academic benefits. Students selected for accelerated development programs received specialized instruction through advanced facilities operating independently from standard educational infrastructure. Sophia qualified after demonstrating exceptional analytical capabilities and adaptive potential ratings exceeding established thresholds. Selected students transitioned to specialized educational facilities where they received intensive instruction through methods that remained classified yet produced remarkable academic acceleration and psychological development outcomes that exceeded normal educational parameters. Families reported that students in accelerated programs maintained initial contact through regular communication updates describing exceptional educational progress and enhanced development opportunities. However, direct family visits were restricted due to specialized facility security requirements, and communication gradually decreased as students became absorbed in intensive coursework demanding complete focus. Parents accepted these limitations because of demonstrated educational benefits and administrative assurances that programs prepared exceptional students for advanced community roles requiring specialized training and enhanced capabilities. The systematic educational improvements created learning environments that genuinely enhanced student capabilities while serving comprehensive assessment and development purposes extending far beyond traditional academic instruction. Schools had become sophisticated measurement and optimization facilities disguised as enhanced educational institutions, processing students through systematic evaluation while delivering superior learning outcomes that validated voluntary participation in comprehensive development programs designed to identify and cultivate exceptional human potential for administrative purposes that transcended immediate educational objectives, preparing the next generation for integration into systems whose full scope remained carefully obscured behind the facade of educational excellence. The educational optimization transforming Sophia's academic experience created immediate pathways for expanded medical protocols that extended Dr. Yana's observed improvements into systematic biological monitoring and enhancement programs. Students qualifying for accelerated development automatically received priority access to advanced healthcare protocols through the same administrative efficiency that had revolutionized classroom instruction. Municipal Medicaid Facility 7 evolved beyond treatment provision into comprehensive biological optimization disguised as preventive healthcare enhancement, serving the systematic measurement and modification agenda characterizing all administrative services. Dr. Yana discovered her medical arsenal expanded weekly through pharmaceutical compounds exceeding imperial doctrine effectiveness parameters by margins, challenging her understanding of therapeutic limitations. Diagnostic equipment operated with precision previously theoretical, generating cellular-level imaging and real-time biochemical analysis that enabled treatment outcomes approaching biological maximums. Pain management achieved complete symptom elimination without cognitive impairment, infections cleared within hours rather than days, and surgical recovery accelerated through healing rates that transcended normal therapeutic expectations through treatments suggesting fundamental advances in biological manipulation. Standard vaccination protocols now incorporated cognitive enhancement compounds presented as neurological protection against environmental stressors. Citizens reported measurable improvements in mental clarity, memory retention, and problem-solving capabilities following routine immunizations that delivered intellectual benefits exceeding traditional disease prevention. The Valdez family experienced these enhancements during quarterly health maintenance, with Marcus demonstrating improved workplace concentration and Elena showing enhanced administrative task completion following cognitive optimization procedures that patients welcomed as comprehensive preventive care. Dental procedures routinely incorporated health monitoring implants presented as advanced diagnostic technology for proactive wellness maintenance. These microscopic devices monitored blood chemistry, hormonal fluctuations, stress indicators, and neurological activity continuously, transmitting comprehensive biometric data to medical facilities for analysis and optimization recommendations. Patients appreciated early disease detection capabilities, while the monitoring provided detailed biological intelligence for systematic population health management. Sophia received dental implants during routine cleaning that enhanced her academic performance through optimized stress response monitoring and nutritional adjustment recommendations. Surgical interventions incorporated performance optimizations that enhanced patient capabilities beyond normal recovery parameters. Marcus underwent cardiac screening that detected minor arterial irregularities requiring preventive intervention, yet the procedure enhanced overall cardiovascular efficiency beyond therapeutic necessity. His physical stamina and cognitive clarity improved through optimized blood circulation and oxygenation that delivered genuine health benefits while serving systematic citizen capability enhancement. Factory workers reported increased productivity and reduced fatigue following surgical procedures that corrected injuries while optimizing biological performance for occupational demands. Biological harmonization emerged as the theoretical framework governing these enhanced medical protocols through systematic optimization designed to maximize individual physical and cognitive capabilities while maintaining psychological stability and social integration. The harmonization process addressed genetic limitations, metabolic inefficiencies, and developmental constraints through therapeutic interventions that improved quality of life while serving administrative optimization purposes transcending immediate medical benefits. Citizens underwent biological modification that aligned individual physiology with environmental conditions, workload patterns, and social rhythms to reduce friction and optimize collective performance. Quarterly comprehensive health assessments replaced annual imperial medical examinations with intensive evaluation protocols measuring biological capabilities, psychological development, and social integration progressed through systematic testing, generating detailed optimization profiles. These assessments incorporated physical examinations, cognitive testing, psychological evaluation, and behavioral analysis, creating comprehensive citizen development tracking over time. The evaluations identified optimization opportunities while measuring enhancement procedure, effectiveness, and environmental modification impacts on citizen biological and psychological adaptation. Dr. Yanna gradually recognized systematic patient biological modification through treatment patterns suggesting coordinated enhancement rather than independent medical intervention. Citizens demonstrated synchronized improvement trajectories, with families showing parallel development patterns and neighborhoods exhibiting collective health enhancement exceeding normal demographic variation. The medical improvements correlated directly with nutritional optimization, residential enhancement, and educational development through integrated systems addressing citizen development comprehensively rather than through isolated medical treatment. The quarterly assessments became increasingly comprehensive and invasive as administrative requirements expanded to include detailed biological sampling, neurological mapping, and genetic analysis, generating complete citizen biological profiles. Citizens submitted to expanded testing willingly because demonstrated health benefits validated comprehensive evaluation as beneficial healthcare rather than intrusive monitoring. The assessments measured capabilities extending beyond normal medical parameters, evaluating psychological flexibility, social cooperation potential, and adaptive capacity through biological indicators, suggesting optimization for purposes transcending individual health maintenance, preparing citizens for integration into systems whose ultimate objectives remained carefully obscured behind exceptional medical care delivery. The biological optimization protocols that enhanced Marcus Valdez's cardiovascular efficiency created immediate pathways for systematic workforce enhancement that extended Dr. Yanna's medical improvements into comprehensive industrial transformation. Marcus discovered his manufacturing position fundamentally altered when he reported to Industrial Complex 15 following his cardiac optimization procedure, finding workplace conditions enhanced through infrastructure improvements that served dual purposes as genuine worker welfare advancement and systematic production capability, measurement through methodical labor force optimization. Factory operations achieved unprecedented efficiency through environmental modifications that eliminated chronic imperial workplace hazards while creating controlled conditions for continuous productivity monitoring and worker capability assessment. Atmospheric processes maintained optimal air quality and temperature regulation, while ergonomic workstation design reduced repetitive strain injuries that had plagued imperial manufacturing for decades. Safety protocols operated with precision that eliminated workplace accidents completely, yet every improvement incorporated biometric tracking systems that monitored worker physiological responses, stress indicators, and performance metrics through sensors integrated seamlessly into enhanced working conditions. Production schedules incorporated regular meal provision through on-site nutritional facilities, delivering the same enhanced dietary supplements that had improved residential health outcomes. Marcus received specialized nutritional compounds calibrated to his cardiovascular optimization and specific work assignment requirements, maintaining peak physical performance through targeted biochemical support that eliminated fatigue during extended 12-hour manufacturing shifts. Workers accepted these longer operational periods willingly because of demonstrated productivity benefits and genuine workplace satisfaction improvements that exceeded their previous imperial employment experiences. Supervisor Dmitry Kostas managed production quotas that appeared impossibly ambitious, yet achieved consistent completion through systematic workforce optimization that demonstrated administrative competence exceeding imperial industrial management capabilities. Daily production targets increased by 40%, while worker satisfaction improved through genuine workplace enhancement rather than coercive pressure, suggesting sophisticated understanding of human motivation and capability optimization that delivered superior results through voluntary cooperation rather than forced compliance with unrealistic performance expectations. Manufacturing assignments incorporated production of specialized components for large-scale construction projects whose ultimate purpose remained classified, yet whose specifications suggested engineering applications transcending normal municipal infrastructure requirements. Workers produced precision-manufactured elements including complex mechanical assemblies that warmed gently when handled, sophisticated electronic components exhibiting unusual luminescence properties, and materials that responded to biological proximity through subtle textural modifications. The components required manufacturing tolerances approaching theoretical maximums through production processes demanding worker capabilities enhanced through biological optimization and specialized training programs. Specialized training programs emerged as voluntary advancement opportunities that workers pursued enthusiastically because of demonstrated career benefits and enhanced job satisfaction resulting from expanded capabilities. Marcus volunteered for advanced manufacturing training after demonstrating exceptional performance in standard production assignments, qualifying for specialized instruction through facilities operating independently from normal factory training programs. Workers participating in these programs reported enhanced technical capabilities and improved problem-solving skills through instruction methods that remained difficult to describe in detail, yet produced remarkable skill development and workplace integration outcomes. Training participants returned with newfound precision in their movements, intuitive understanding of complex machinery, and serene focus that radiated calm competence throughout their work areas. They rarely discussed the training specifics, offering only positive affirmations about advanced techniques and deeper understanding, their reluctance stemming not from secrecy but from quiet, self-contained satisfaction that transcended normal professional development experiences. Night shift operations expanded systematically throughout industrial facilities, with sealed facility sections operating continuously through specialized production lines requiring enhanced security protocols and restricted access, limited to workers qualifying through specialized training programs. Night shift participants reported unusual but not unpleasant experiences during sealed facility operations, describing work environments that felt organic rather than mechanical, and production processes that seemed to respond intuitively to worker intentions rather than requiring conscious technical manipulation. The sealed facilities produced components exhibiting properties that challenge normal material science parameters, including elements maintaining consistent temperature regardless of environmental conditions and assemblies demonstrating self-repairing capabilities. Workers reported enhanced satisfaction during sealed facility operations, describing production experiences that felt collaborative rather than mechanical, and workplace relationships characterized by unprecedented cooperation and mutual understanding that extended beyond normal professional interactions. Production output from sealed facilities fed directly into underground construction. Projects expanding continuously beneath residential and industrial districts with component specifications suggesting assembly into systems far more sophisticated than standard municipal infrastructure. Transportation manifests bore routing codes directing materials to subsurface transfer node K, the same designation associated with excavation work residents heard beneath their premium housing units, and the 9-spoked administrative symbols appearing throughout civic documentation. Industrial optimization created workforce enhancement that delivered superior production outcomes while serving comprehensive worker assessment and capability development programs designed to identify and cultivate exceptional human potential for applications extending beyond immediate manufacturing requirements. The transformation prepared the workforce for integration into systems whose full scope remained carefully obscured behind genuine workplace improvements and unprecedented worker satisfaction, positioning industrial facilities as sophisticated measurement and optimization centers that would soon coordinate with the comprehensive civic assessment approaching in 9 days. The specialized training programs that transformed Marcus's manufacturing capabilities culminated in the comprehensive civic assessment that had been systematically building since the administrative transition. Municipal announcements arrived with characteristic efficiency, directing every household to report for 3 days of consolidated wellness evaluation at designated civic centers. The Great Optimization commenced at dawn on the 9th day, transforming familiar community spaces into sophisticated processing facilities that revealed the true scope of measurement systems operating beneath improved governance. Marta arrived at Municipal Civic Center 3 to discover the building completely reconfigured into assessment stations equipped with diagnostic technology exceeding anything observed in enhanced medical facilities. Registration incorporated biometric scanning that analyzed genetic markers, neurological patterns, and biochemical compositions through sensors embedded in routine identification procedures. Citizens moved through clearly marked processing lanes following personalized schedules generated through algorithmic analysis of accumulated civic harmony index scores, biological optimization progress, and demonstrated capabilities across residential, educational, and workplace environments. Dr. Yana discovered her medical expertise qualified her for professional evaluation protocols while simultaneously subjecting her to comprehensive biological analysis. Physical examination stations incorporated diagnostic equipment generating complete cellular-level analysis and genetic profiling that revealed systematic population enhancement through coordinated modification programs. Citizens demonstrated synchronized improvement patterns, suggesting comprehensive biological optimization rather than individual medical treatment, with enhancement procedures showing measurable effectiveness across the entire assessed population. The Valdez family navigated assessment pathways optimized for their individual profiles and collective family unit dynamics. Marcus underwent evaluation measuring cardiovascular optimization effectiveness and enhanced manufacturing capabilities developed through specialized training programs. Elena completed psychological assessment protocols measuring residential environmental adaptation and community wellness program participation. Sophia demonstrated exceptional analytical capabilities, qualifying her for advanced assessment measuring potential for specialized development requiring enhanced cognitive abilities. Psychological evaluation incorporated sophisticated testing, measuring cognitive enhancement resulting from educational optimization, nutritional supplementation, and biological harmonization. Citizens completed comprehensive batteries evaluating problem-solving capabilities, social cooperation tendencies, and authority acceptance patterns through scenarios designed to measure psychological modification effectiveness. Assessment protocols adapted in real time based on citizen responses, creating individualized evaluation profiles that pushed participants to cognitive and emotional limits while generating data on resilience, cooperation, and psychological flexibility. educational assessment measured learning enhancement through adaptive challenges, presenting entirely new information requiring rapid assimilation and application. Testing evaluated not existing knowledge but learning capacity, measuring how quickly citizens could acquire, process, and integrate new concepts under controlled conditions. The protocols identified latent cognitive potential and capacity for accelerated intellectual development regardless of prior educational background, generating comprehensive profiles of adaptive learning capabilities. Spiritual evaluation measured psychological flexibility and community integration potential through scenarios assessing willingness to accept contradictory information, embrace procedural changes, and prioritize collective welfare over individual preferences. Citizens underwent protocols measuring spiritual adaptability and receptivity to systematic modification through exercises designed to assess psychological resistance and willingness to participate in enhanced community integration programs requiring reduced individual autonomy. The assessment process escalated systematically over 3 days, with citizens returning for increasingly comprehensive evaluation, measuring capabilities and inclinations beyond normal human parameters. Day 2 incorporated specialized testing for citizens demonstrating exceptional capabilities, while Day 3 focused on final evaluation and assignment determination through protocols measuring optimization potential for advanced community roles. Midday on the 3rd day, every assessment hall paused simultaneously. Screens displayed a single prompt: calibration. Environmental systems synchronized across all facilities, creating coordinated atmospheric conditions that encouraged synchronized breathing patterns among assembled citizens. A sequence of 9 tones sounded at measured intervals, with citizens responding involuntarily to the harmonic progression that seemed to resonate through the building infrastructure itself. During this calibration moment, comprehensive data synthesis occurred across all assessment protocols. The Compliance Index, Civic Harmony Index, and accumulated optimization metrics integrated into real-time topographical displays showing citizen capability distributions and community integration patterns. Citizens experience collective psychological alignment characterized by reduced individual resistance and enhanced cooperative inclinations that validated months of systematic optimization through improved services. Assignment distribution commenced immediately following calibration, with citizens receiving personalized role assignments, optimizing individual capabilities while maintaining community cohesion. Marcus qualified for advanced community role in night integration operations, utilizing his enhanced cardiovascular efficiency and specialized manufacturing training. Elena received assignment as community wellness facilitator, leveraging her residential optimization and wellness program participation. Sophia qualified for specialized development opportunities requiring transition to advanced educational facilities for intensive preparation for community leadership roles. Citizens selected for advanced community roles received assignment to specialized facilities operating independently from standard infrastructure, with responsibilities requiring enhanced capabilities developed through systematic optimization. These assignments promise continued enhancement opportunities and expanded service access through positions utilizing optimized biological, psychological, and educational capabilities for community functions transcending normal civic administration. Transport vehicles arrived systematically throughout the afternoon, bearing the 9-spoked emblem and accepting citizens selected for specialized development programs. Boarding proceeded with characteristic administrative efficiency, with selected individuals departing for facilities whose locations corresponded to underground construction projects and sealed industrial sections that had been expanding throughout the optimization period. The Great Optimization concluded with citizens receiving enhanced civic assignments and service access, representing systematic culmination of administrative programs operating since the seamless transition. Citizens departed with genuine satisfaction about improved community roles, while having been comprehensively measured, modified, and positioned within systems designed to utilize their optimized capabilities for purposes extending beyond immediate community improvement, preparing them for integration into larger organizational structures whose scope remained carefully obscured behind beneficial civic enhancement. The transport vehicles departed Municipal Civic Center 3 as evening shadows lengthened, carrying Sophia and other selected citizens towards specialized facilities whose locations corresponded precisely to underground construction projects that had been expanding beneath residential districts throughout the optimization period. The Great Optimization concluded with characteristic administrative efficiency, leaving families adjusting to new civic assignments while processing the systematic absence of community members selected for advanced development opportunities requiring intensive preparation through classified programs. Marta returned to Subsector Administrative Office C14 to discover her workstation equipped with expanded processing systems managing post-assessment integration through comprehensive assignment documentation. The paperwork revealed mathematical precision in citizen placement that maximized individual capabilities while maintaining community cohesion through calculated demographic balancing. Citizens received roles utilizing specific optimization results developed through months of coordinated enhancement across residential, nutritional, medical, educational, and workplace programs rather than arbitrary administrative decisions. The assignment forms demonstrated systematic sorting rather than evaluation, with accumulated compliance index scores, civic harmony index ratings, and biological optimization metrics feeding algorithmic analysis that determined optimal role placement. Enhanced cardiovascular efficiency directed assignment to physical coordination positions, cognitive enhancement qualified individuals for analytical responsibilities, and psychological flexibility determined placement in community integration roles. Marta processed authorization after authorization, gradually understanding she was documenting the transformation of her entire community into a managed resource optimized for specific purposes extending beyond immediate civic improvement. Marcus began his advanced community role in night integration operations at Industrial Complex 15, discovering his assignment involved coordination between sealed facility production and underground construction completion. His enhanced cardiovascular efficiency proved essential for extended shifts in environments requiring sustained physical performance while managing sophisticated equipment that responded intuitively to operator biological rhythms. The specialized components manufactured during sealed facility operations integrated into systems whose purpose became apparent as construction projects achieved operational status. Elena transitioned into community wellness facilitator responsibilities that utilized her residential optimization and wellness program participation to guide other families through post-assessment adaptation. Her role involved conducting neighborhood integration sessions, helping citizens adjust to new civic assignments while maintaining community harmony through systematic support programs. The wellness facilitation required psychological insights developed through her own optimization experience, creating feedback loops where optimized citizens assisted others through similar enhancement processes. Dr. Yana discovered her medical assignment expanded beyond individual patient care into population health coordination, managing biological optimization outcomes across the entire community. Post-assessment medical protocols monitored citizen adaptation to new assignments while maintaining enhancement effectiveness through targeted therapeutic intervention. Her expanded responsibilities revealed systematic population modification rather than individual medical treatment, with citizen health managed collectively to support optimized community function underground construction projects achieved completion during the week following the Great Optimization, with sealed facility components integrated into sophisticated infrastructure extending beneath entire residential and industrial districts. Citizens reported cessation of excavation vibrations and construction sounds, replaced by subtle environmental changes including improved air quality, enhanced atmospheric pressure, and gentle warmth radiating through building foundations, suggesting activation of comprehensive underground systems serving community-wide functions. The completed underground infrastructure incorporated warm, organic materials observed in premium residential units, creating extensive networks connecting residential districts, industrial facilities, educational centers, and civic buildings through integrated systems. Citizens accessing underground areas for maintenance assignments reported environments that felt alive rather than constructed, with surfaces responding to biological proximity and atmospheric conditions enhancing physical comfort and psychological well-being. Civic celebration events emerged as regular community activities requiring mandatory participation through scheduling accommodating all citizen work assignments and civic roles. Administrative notices emphasized collective participation importance for maintaining social harmony while celebrating community progress through detailed instructions outlining specific attire, synchronized movement patterns, and call and response activities to be performed in unison. The meticulous planning suggested carefully orchestrated rituals designed to reinforce social integration rather than spontaneous festivities. The celebrations required extensive preparation involving coordination between enhanced civic roles, underground facility systems, and community-wide participation protocols. Citizens contributed specialized capabilities developed through optimization programs, creating collective experiences exceeding individual participation through synchronized community activities. Preparation involved accessing completed construction projects, providing sophisticated venues for large-scale social integration events requiring comprehensive logistical coordination. MARTA processed resource utilization ledgers, tracking citizen capability development, role optimization effectiveness, and community integration progressed through metrics suggesting preparation for functions transcending local administrative requirements. The assignment paperwork balanced against shipment schedules and event calendars rather than traditional resource allocation, revealing systematic preparation for operational independence from external administrative oversight, while maintaining the facade of beneficial civic enhancement through unprecedented citizen satisfaction with their transformed circumstances. The civic celebrations scheduled during post-assessment integration evolved seamlessly into permanent community wellness activities operating through the completed underground infrastructure, revealing sophisticated community centers designed to facilitate synchronized experiences that gradually normalized previously unthinkable behaviors while strengthening collective bonds through carefully orchestrated psychological conditioning mechanisms disguised as beneficial social development programs. Elena discovered her community wellness facilitator responsibilities involved conducting weekly harmony sessions in Residential Community Center 7, accessed through underground passages connecting directly to premium housing units. The facility incorporated the same warm, organic materials observed in enhanced residential construction, with surfaces responding to group emotional states through subtle textural changes and atmospheric modifications that enhanced psychological comfort, while encouraging collective participation in synchronized activities designed to erode individual psychological boundaries systematically. The harmony sessions began as neighborhood support groups where families discussed adjustment challenges following their new civic assignments, sharing experiences about enhanced service access through structured conversation protocols. Elena guided discussions using techniques developed during her own residential optimization, encouraging participants to express concerns while gradually redirecting individual anxieties toward collective problem-solving approaches that prioritized community welfare over personal preferences through seemingly natural conversational flow. Marcus attended sessions following his night integration operations shifts, finding genuine psychological relief from the intense coordination demands of underground facility responsibilities. Group activities included synchronized breathing exercises coordinated with the 9-tone sequences familiar from assessment procedures, collective meditation sessions, and community problem-solving discussions that helped participants process psychological demands while maintaining social cohesion through shared experience and mutual support that felt organic rather than imposed. Dr. Yana participated in professional harmony sessions designed for citizens in medical and educational roles, discovering her enhanced diagnostic capabilities improved further through collective meditation that synchronized her perceptions with other healthcare professionals. The sessions created shared psychological states, enabling intuitive communication about patient care that transcended normal professional collaboration, while her monitoring systems tracked physiological synchronization through the dental implants she had installed community-wide, measuring heart rate convergence and stress hormone alignment during group activities. The community centers incorporated sophisticated acoustic engineering that amplified collective vocal activities, creating resonance patterns that synchronized participant breathing and heart rates during group recitations and call and response exercises. Citizens learned community affirmations emphasizing collective responsibility and mutual support through repetitive vocal exercises that reinforced psychological conditioning while providing genuine social satisfaction through synchronized group participation that felt rewarding rather than manipulative. Environmental control systems operated with precision, exceeding residential optimization, adjusting atmospheric pressure, temperature, and subtle acoustic frequencies that encouraged collective psychological alignment during meditation sessions. Citizens reported enhanced empathy and improved interpersonal understanding following these experiences, with participants demonstrating increased ability to anticipate each other's needs and reach consensus more efficiently during community discussions without traditional democratic deliberation processes. The sessions gradually incorporated physical coordination activities requiring synchronized movement patterns that enhanced community bonds through shared bodily experience. Citizens performed coordinated gestures, synchronized walking patterns, and collective physical activities that created muscle memory, supporting group cohesion while normalizing collective action over individual initiative. These activities felt natural and satisfying rather than imposed, suggesting systematic understanding of human social psychology and group dynamics. Marta processed attendance documentation, revealing mathematical precision in participation tracking, with harmony session effectiveness measured through coherence ratings, social resonance metrics, and psychological alignment indices that fed into the same resource pipelines receiving sealed facility components. The data suggested systematic preparation for community-wide coordination requiring collective, psychological states rather than individual decision-making capabilities, transforming social gatherings into measurement and conditioning apparatus. Citizens began reporting shared experiences extending beyond harmony sessions, including synchronized dreams, simultaneous emotional responses to community events, and intuitive awareness of neighborhood activities without direct communication. Families described enhanced household harmony through increased empathy and reduced interpersonal conflict, while neighborhoods demonstrated collective decision-making capabilities that eliminated traditional debate in favor of intuitive consensus reached through psychological alignment rather than negotiation or individual advocacy. The underground facility networks enabled coordination between community centers, allowing simultaneous harmony sessions across multiple residential districts that synchronized psychological conditioning community-wide. Citizens reported awareness of parallel activities occurring throughout their neighborhoods during meditation periods, suggesting comprehensive psychological integration extending beyond individual centers into systematic population-wide conditioning that prepared citizens for functions requiring collective coordination rather than individual initiative. Cultural celebrations expanded into meticulously orchestrated events held in grand, subterranean amphitheaters featuring synchronized performance art, emphasizing unity and collective action. Participants wore uniform garments that blurred individual distinctions, while movements created visually stunning patterns reinforcing harmonious integration themes. The energy generated created shared emotional resonance that was both exhilarating and profoundly unifying, establishing cultural practices that celebrated collective identity over individual achievement. The harmony sessions created feedback loops where optimized citizens facilitated psychological integration for others, expanding community-wide psychological alignment through peer influence rather than administrative coercion. Citizens volunteered enthusiastically for expanded participation because of demonstrated benefits to personal well-being and community relationships, creating self-reinforcing systems that normalized collective psychological states while maintaining the appearance of voluntary social development rather than systematic psychological modification, fundamentally altering human social organization through enhancement disguised as beneficial community wellness programming. The synchronized psychological states achieved through harmony sessions created measurable economic output that Marta discovered while processing expanded resource utilization ledgers, revealing administrative documentation that transformed months of apparent civic improvement into systematic resource extraction operations. The ledgers contained previously classified columns measuring coherence yield, resonance capture, and adaptability dividend alongside traditional municipal metrics demonstrating mathematical precision in harvesting human potential through optimized citizen activities disguised as beneficial community development programs. Marta traced resource flows through administrative chains extending from local collection through regional processing networks, discovering that every enhancement program served dual purposes as citizen welfare and systematic cultivation of psychological, spiritual, and biological resources. The nutritional paste generated biological yield through precisely calibrated compounds that optimized citizen physiology for enhanced creative output and emotional stability. Enhanced dietary supplements created measurable increases in spiritual resonance and psychological adaptability that fed directly into collection systems integrated throughout underground infrastructure. Dr. Yana's medical optimization procedures functioned as biological resource enhancement rather than mere healthcare improvement, with cognitive enhancers, performance optimizations, and biological harmonization systematically modifying citizen capabilities to maximize resource generation potential. The dental monitoring implant served as continuous collection interfaces, measuring individual contribution to collective psychological output during harmony sessions and daily activities, transmitting biometric data while extracting microscopic quantities of enhanced biological material for processing through underground facilities. The warm, organic materials incorporated into residential units and community centers operated as sophisticated collection apparatus, responding to citizen emotional states, creative insights, and spiritual experiences through environmental monitoring systems. Marcus discovered during night integration operations that his enhanced cardiovascular efficiency enabled sustained coordination with collection infrastructure that harvested psychological energy generated through optimized living environments, transforming daily existence into continuous resource production through citizen satisfaction rather than coercive extraction methods. Elena's Community wellness facilitator responsibilities involved maximizing collective psychological output through harmony sessions that generated emotional resonance, measured through sophisticated underground processing systems. The synchronized breathing exercises, collective meditation, and community problem-solving activities produced quantifiable psychic energy collected continuously through environmental sensors and refined into concentrated compounds shipped through transportation networks bearing 9-spoked administrative symbols directing resources to regional collection node Tertius and sector processing facility Gamma. Industrial production coordinated resource collection through sealed facility components that incorporated refined human potential into technological systems designed to expand collection capabilities community-wide. The specialized manufacturing assignments produced apparatus that enhanced environmental collection efficiency while improving citizen quality of life through infrastructure optimization, serving systematic resource generation disguised as municipal improvement projects extending throughout residential and commercial districts. Administrative documentation revealed economic transformation from traditional governance into renewable resource generation, with citizens providing creativity, emotional energy, spiritual resonance, and biological adaptability while receiving enhanced services that improved quality of life through genuine administrative competence serving cultivation purposes. The Civic Harmony Index and contribution token systems functioned as sophisticated accounting mechanisms measuring individual yield rates and optimizing citizen participation in enhancement programs that increased resource generation while maintaining voluntary cooperation through demonstrated benefits. Sophia's transition to specialized development opportunities involved preparation for advanced resource generation through accelerated optimization designed to maximize individual contribution to collective output exceeding normal human parameters. Selected citizens underwent comprehensive enhancement, creating exceptional capabilities for leadership roles in expanding operations while maintaining community satisfaction through systematic preparation for functions requiring enhanced human potential as fundamental operational input. Regional shipping schedules coordinated resource distribution with similar operations throughout the sector, suggesting standardized optimization methodologies implemented across multiple worlds through administrative templates packaged for systematic expansion. Hutter processed outbound documentation labeled Transition Implementation Protocols containing session scripts, calibration procedures, facility construction specifications, and training materials for establishing identical operations throughout imperial space, revealing the local community as a prototype for systematic administrative expansion. The economic model demonstrated sophisticated understanding of human psychology, achieving maximum resource extraction through citizen welfare rather than traditional exploitation, creating self-sustaining operations that supported local populations while contributing to larger organizational objectives requiring human potential as renewable input. Citizens had become willing participants in systematic utilization through optimization that delivered genuine benefits while serving comprehensive resource generation, supporting administrative expansion throughout the galaxy through competent governance that inherited existing systems and enhanced them for systematic harvest of human consciousness, creativity, and life force itself. The systematic resource extraction operations that converted human potential into quantifiable yield created developmental conditions fundamentally different from imperial childhood, producing young people who represented not corrupted citizens, but natives of an optimized social order who considered measurement and utilization systems as natural community infrastructure. Sophia's transformation during her specialized development program exemplified this generational shift, returning from advanced facilities with psychological frameworks that normalized concepts her parents found disturbing, yet which seemed perfectly logical, to individuals raised within optimization environments from birth. Elena discovered the depth of this adaptation during expanded community wellness facilitator sessions involving families with children educated entirely through enhanced learning systems. These young people demonstrated intuitive understanding of collective psychological alignment that exceeded adult optimization outcomes, discussing coherence yields and resonance capture with the casual familiarity their imperial-era parents might have reserved for weather patterns or work schedules. 8-year-olds solved resource distribution problems that challenged municipal clerks, proposing refinements to neighborhood coordination that matched administrative calculations within fractional tolerances. The adapted children approached interpersonal relationships through fundamentally different psychological frameworks, resolving conflicts through instinctive consensus, building rather than traditional negotiation or authority intervention. Marcus observed this during family gatherings where Sophia led younger cousins in games echoing community center choreography, with 9 tone sequences coordinating breathing patterns and synchronized movement that created collective harmony rather than competitive individual performance. When Elena asked what they experienced during these activities, the children responded in practical terms, describing calm, readiness, and mutual awareness as natural social coordination mechanisms. Dr. Yana documented remarkable physiological adaptation among pediatric patients who had received cognitive enhancement and biological optimization throughout their developmental years. These individuals exhibited stress response patterns, learning capabilities, and social cooperation tendencies that represented systematic evolution rather than modification of existing human characteristics. Dental monitoring implants installed during childhood development guided sleep cycles towards shared rhythms within residential buildings, creating group-level health metrics, displaying smooth collective curves rather than individual physiological variations. The children demonstrated genuine enthusiasm for participation in optimization systems that their parents had learned to appreciate through gradual adaptation. Accelerated development programs no longer required persuasion or incentive structures, with young people competing for selection through personal yield portfolios documenting their attention span, psychological steadiness, and capacity for extended harmony session participation. They compiled these assessments not to impress administrative evaluators, but to demonstrate optimal facility placement for maximizing their contribution potential while pursuing personal development opportunities. Educational environments revealed the most dramatic adaptation patterns, with students treating measurement systems as reasonable social infrastructure comparable to transportation networks or utility distribution. Corin observed classroom dynamics where students spoke of coherence scores with the same casual interest previous generations showed for academic grades, asking not what they individually knew, but where they could best contribute to collective learning objectives. The vocabulary shift reflected fundamental psychological reorientation from individual achievement toward collaborative optimization. Family relationships evolved through generational adaptation that preserved emotional bonds while creating psychological gaps based on different social understanding frameworks. Sophia maintained loving connections with her parents while explaining resource generation through human potential as beneficial community contribution comparable to agricultural production or manufacturing output. She discussed biological harmonization, psychological alignment, and systematic enhancement as natural aspects of healthy community participation that enhanced individual well-being through collective coordination, concepts her parents understood intellectually but found emotionally challenging. The adapted generation formed social networks characterized by unprecedented cooperation and empathy, eliminating traditional interpersonal conflict through shared psychological states and intuitive decision-making processes. They maintained individual personality characteristics and personal interests while demonstrating remarkable collective coordination capabilities, suggesting successful integration of personal identity with systematic optimization that preserved essential humanity while enhancing social function for resource generation purposes. Marcus processed assignment documentation revealing systematic preparation for expanded leadership roles involving these adapted individuals in administrative positions throughout regional operations. The young people demonstrated exceptional capabilities for managing optimization programs, coordinating resource collection, and facilitating community integration through psychological frameworks that considered systematic human utilization as reasonable social organization rather than exploitative administrative control, preparing them for assumption of authority roles within expanding operations. Parents adapted by reframing traditional concepts of child development and family relationships, recognizing genuine happiness and enhanced capabilities, while adjusting to psychological frameworks they found initially disturbing. Marcus learned to interpret Sophia's communication patterns as focus rather than distance, while Eleanor appreciated the calm efficiency following successful harmony sessions, rather than questioning whether the psychological alignment felt authentically earned through individual choice. The generational adaptation represented the occupation's ultimate success through creation of humans genuinely adapted to serve as willing components in larger systems while maintaining essential humanity, personal relationships, and individual satisfaction through optimization that enhanced rather than diminished human potential. These adapted individuals would assume leadership roles in expanding operations throughout human space, spreading systematic optimization through administrative competence and genuine welfare improvement rather than coercive conquest, fundamentally altering human civilization's trajectory through voluntary evolution toward collective coordination that preserved individual identity while optimizing species-wide resource generation for purposes transcending planetary administration, creating self-perpetuating systems that would transform humanity itself through enhancement disguised as beneficial social development that prepared the next generation for integration into organizational structures whose full scope remained carefully obscured behind unprecedented citizen satisfaction and genuine quality of life improvements. The generational adaptation that transformed children like Sophia into willing components of systematic optimization established daily rhythms throughout Municipal Administrative Zone C14, where citizens experienced unprecedented satisfaction while contributing to resource generation systems operating with mathematical precision beneath the facade of beneficial governance. Morning coordination began with environmental systems pulsing gentle wake sequences through residential infrastructure, guiding citizens toward optimal circadian alignment that enhanced both personal well-being and collective yield efficiency through atmospheric pressure adjustments and subtle acoustic frequencies that felt natural rather than imposed. Marta arrived at Subsector Administrative Office C14 to process optimization quotas with the same professional competence she had applied to imperial supply requisitions, calculating coherence yields and resonance capture targets through automated systems requiring minimal conscious attention. The shifting sigil on her administrative stamp no longer seemed to writhe when observed directly. Movement in the ink felt like confirmation of proper processing rather than disturbing visual distortion. Her enhanced nutritional supplements and biological optimization enabled sustained concentration during extended shifts, managing resource flows, connecting local collection networks to sector-wide distribution systems, supporting administrative expansion throughout human space with disturbing efficiency that exceeded imperial bureaucratic capabilities. Marcus continued his night integration operations at Industrial Complex 15, coordinating sealed facility production with underground collection systems that transformed community-wide psychological output into refined compounds, shipped through regional networks. His enhanced cardiovascular efficiency enabled sustained performance during coordination responsibilities that felt satisfying rather than exploitative, contributing specialized capabilities to manufacturing processes while maintaining personal fulfillment through meaningful work utilizing his optimized abilities. The warm organic surfaces responded intuitively to his biological rhythms, creating collaborative experiences between human operators and collection infrastructure that eliminated traditional workplace alienation. Dr. Yana maintained her medical practice through protocols delivering superior health care while coordinating population-wide biological enhancement programs that served dual purposes as treatment and systematic resource cultivation. Her patients demonstrated remarkable health improvements through optimization that eliminated chronic conditions, enhanced cognitive capabilities, and improved psychological stability through therapeutic interventions generating biological yield. Citizens appreciated comprehensive healthcare exceeding imperial medical standards while contributing to resource collection through procedures they experienced as beneficial wellness maintenance rather than exploitative medical extraction. Elena facilitated community wellness sessions, generating measurable psychological output through harmony activities citizens genuinely enjoyed, creating collective experiences that strengthened social bonds while contributing to systematic resource collection through voluntary participation. Her residential optimization and wellness program participation qualified her for expanded responsibilities, coordinating neighborhood integration programs that enhanced community satisfaction while maximizing collective yield through synchronized activities that felt rewarding rather than imposed, eliminating traditional social friction through psychological alignment. Educational facilities continued delivering superior academic outcomes while preparing students for integration into optimization systems through coursework, normalizing measurement and utilization as beneficial social infrastructure. Children learned mathematics through resource distribution calculations, developed literacy through administrative documentation analysis, and practiced social coordination through harmony exercises, creating genuine learning satisfaction while training capabilities for systematic contribution to collective operations, enhancing community welfare through voluntary cooperation rather than coercive indoctrination. Sophia returned from specialized development programs with exceptional capabilities for community leadership roles, utilizing her adaptive optimization for expanding administrative functions throughout the sector. Her psychological frameworks considered systematic human utilization as reasonable social organization, preparing her for assumption of authority positions, coordinating optimization programs across multiple worlds through administrative competence rather than coercive control. She maintained loving family relationships while discussing resource generation concepts her parents found challenging but accepted because of demonstrated benefits to community welfare and individual satisfaction. Community celebrations occurred regularly through underground facilities, providing sophisticated venues for synchronized activities, reinforcing social integration while generating measurable psychological output. Citizens participated enthusiastically in cultural events, creating shared emotional resonance through coordinated performance art, collective vocal exercises, and synchronized movement patterns, strengthening community bonds while contributing to resource collection systems operating continuously throughout residential and commercial districts with precision that eliminated traditional entertainment industry requirements. The transformation achieved stability through voluntary cooperation based on demonstrated benefits rather than coercive control, creating self-sustaining operations supporting local populations while contributing to larger objectives requiring human consciousness, creativity, and life force as renewable input. Citizens found meaning within systems they didn't fully comprehend but didn't question because of genuine quality of life improvements, validating systematic optimization through enhanced welfare rather than traditional exploitation, creating psychological frameworks that normalized resource generation as beneficial community contribution comparable to agricultural production or manufacturing output. Administrative Protocol 7 Alpha established standard operating procedures for civilian cooperation during administrative transition through sustained yield integration. Maintain uninterrupted essential services to establish trust foundation. Preserve existing administrative forms while incorporating compliance, harmony, and yield measurement fields. Initiate regular assessment cycles framed as wellness optimization. Coordinate nutrition, housing, education, and medical enhancement to reinforce synchronized behavioral patterns. Employ 9-tone calibration sequences to confirm psychological convergence. Upon achievement of optimization thresholds, conduct advanced role selection and commence regional integration protocols. Communicate benefits preceding directives. Address resistance through targeted enhancement rather than punitive measures. Maintain benevolent administrative tone throughout all citizen interactions. Measure continuously across all demographic categories. Archive comprehensive data for audit continuity and replication protocols. Document optimization methodologies for systematic implementation across additional administrative zones requiring civilian population resource development through voluntary cooperation achieved via demonstrable quality of life improvements, transforming human civilization through enhancement disguised as beneficial governance.